Educational GMAT. Your partner in your GMAT journey.
Monthly grain export prices, always a good idea to look at the text associated with the graph. Now, I'm hoping this makes sense to you that in January, all the three, which means corn, soybeans, and wheat, all of these are depicted as 100%. Can someone tell me why are all of these three depicted at 100%? Because January is kind of baselined, right? As a percentage of average export price for that grain in January. So whatever the price was in January, that's been taken as 100%, right? So for example, actually, if we look at wheat, right? So what this is saying is, what the way you interpret this is that if wheat's export price in Jan was $100 per ton, I'm just giving a value, okay, $100 per ton, then its export price in February became around $127 per ton. And the export price of wheat in March became $122 per ton, and so on. So this is how it needs to be interpreted. So we don't know whatever the price was, right? It's just been benchmarked, pegged at the January price. So the month after the monthly average export price for dash means here, was its maximum for the last year. The actual average monthly export price for that grain decreased by dash percentage of the maximum to the nearest percent. How do we, I'm not interested in the exact answer right now, but what is the question asking for? Can someone explain? What's the first step that we do to solve this question?
Finding the month of maximum price.
Finding the month of maximum price. Very nice. For each of the three grains, right? Because we are talking about the month after after what? The month after the monthly average export price for dash was its maximum for the last year, right? So let's take corn, soybeans, and wheat. When was the corn price highest? When was the corn price highest? Now, corn is this. So we have to follow this particular chart. Agreed? When is it highest, guys? September, right? So corn was the highest in September, okay? September. And soybean is this. When is this highest? Soybean is this, right? When is this highest? Same. Okay, all right. So let me know if I am doing it wrong somewhere, reading it incorrectly. Okay, so this is also September. And finally, wheat would be this one. So wheat, I think, is highest this year, right? Feb. Yes. Wheat is highest in Feb. Correct? And I should have read the actual values also. How much is it in, how much is corn in September? How much is corn in September? This one, right? 125. 125, right? So this is 125. And soya beans is how much? 105. And wheat is around, I would say, 127, right? 127. Okay. Next, what do we do, guys? Next, what do we do? Now that you found out, how do we proceed? How do we proceed, guys? Next month, very nice. Notice, because we are talking about the month after this has happened, right? So let's also look at the month after. Let's look at the month after. So for corn, the month after would be October, right? What's the price of corn in October? 100. Agreed? So let me write it as 100. Okay. What's the price of soya bean? Again, the month after would be October. So soya bean in, right, yeah, right. Soya bean in October would be how much?
90.
90. So soya bean is 90. And finally, wheat, the maximum is in February. So month after would be wheat in March. So this is wheat and this is March. So this would be approximately 122 maybe around. Am I correct? 122, 123. Right? So let's take it 122. This one, guys, right? Almost here. 122. Now what do we do? The actual price, actual average price, actual average monthly export price decreased by, how do we find out the decrease in corn? How do we find out the decrease in corn? Decrease in corn. Now notice we are talking about percentages here, right? Obviously the entire question is in percentages. Percentage increase or percentage decrease is always calculated as this, guys. New minus old divided by old into 100. This is the standard formula for percentage increase or decrease everywhere, not just DI, but in maths in general. So can you tell me what was the percentage decrease in the corn price? New. What is the new price? This. What was the old price for corn? This. Correct. So percentage change would be what? New minus old divided by old into 100. Similarly, how much was the percentage change in soya bean? Again, new minus old divided by old into 100. And finally, how about wheat? New minus old divided by old into 100. So this is the percentage change. This is the percentage change in price for corn. This is the percentage change in price for soya bean. And this is the percentage change in price for wheat. And I see no other option but to quickly do calculation. By the way, calculator will be provided to you on the actual exam. All right, okay. By the way, decimal would be okay as long as it's close, at least. So first one is giving us how much? 20%, correct? So if you calculate this, this turns out to be, by the way, exact 20%. Uh, how about this one? So this one would be 15 divided by 105. So that is giving me, yeah, very nice. 14, obviously minus, by the way, these are all minus. So this is minus 14.28%. And finally, if you calculate this, then this will be 5 divided by 127. So this is giving me 3.93%, minus 3.93%. So among the given options, it's very clear that this is what exactly matches. And this match is obviously for corn, right? So corn 20%. Is the approach clear, guys? So multi-step approach actually. So first we have to find out what's the maximum for each of the three. Then we have to find out what was it next month, and then find out the percentage difference. Kind of a three-step process. Any questions at all, guys?